Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. I have 34 of 51 of the polyatomic grind done. I think that's like 2/3, I think. I want to do the calculator math, but I'm going to trust my terrible math. So I think I have to do all the submachine guns. I got some of the launchers left. I got like the knife and I think snipers, and I think that's it. This has not been going as bad as I thought it would, and it helps a lot with submachine guns where the long shot distance is only, I think, 28 meters. So I more periodically and randomly just get those. I'll still definitely play those long lanes of sight that I use for ARs, but then I'll just luck into some at different ranges because you don't have to be as far away. So we'll jump on into a map here and we'll start getting going on this MX-9. I'm just happy to be recording, man. This video is going up late, but I've been having insane technical issues lately where like I've started to get into streaming. I never really wanted to start like being like super consistent into streaming until I have something I want to do, and I think a lot of that's going to be like game battles. But my biggest issue is that I've run into is I currently have my one new monitor that I have at 165 refresh rate, and then I have my old BenQ, which is only 60. And whenever I was streaming, like if I was watching on my laptop or my phone on Twitch, it would look perfect. But then I would want to keep the stream open so I could see it in case anyone wanted to comment like down next to it. But it looked terrible. And then I found a bunch of solutions and none of them really worked. And then it made my recording bad, like when my OBS would freeze. So I ended up just going back to everything how it was before. I'll worry about streaming when I get, I'll just try to buy the same exact monitor, at least one with the same refresh rate. But, I just spent like 2 hours trying to record a video and then it just kept freezing on me, so I just ended up putting everything back to the way it was. It's actually a really good map for polyatomic. I would never call this map great at anything, but just for like so many long range fights, especially like a submachine gun, like I said. Assault rifles and LMGs were actually easier. Like I was just being a baby and complaining about it, but really at most, once I got used to like how to play, it took me 3 to 4 games to actually get the long shots. It really wasn't that bad at all. Hostile VTOL. Oh my god, I'm actually excited. I can shoot it down. But normally how this goes is I get the first 2 shots off and then my teammate just cleans it up. Too much. Yay! Enemy UAV. Am I gonna have to actually guide the shot? I'm getting throwbacks to watching Jev play, and I don't know what game it was, using lock-on launchers that don't lock on, trying to hit a UAV. Fuck this game. But yeah, my issue with this polyatomic grind was definitely overblown a little bit. Like, I was really struggling until I figured out what to do. But once I did, it only took me like 3 to 4 games to get like those ARs or LMGs. And I've already gotten to 34. And it was like I said, some of them I already had done just because I'd used the gun so much. But 34, 51, I'm getting there. I just haven't been playing enough pubs to really call it a grind or like really make progress on it. But even when I'm playing like periodically, I'll get like 2 or 3 a day. Oh my god, get on my face. I saw an argument on my timeline that was like, MW 2019 pubs are greater than MW 2022 pubs. And I disagree with that, but I also can't think of an argument I care less about in my entire life. Like, it just reminds me of back in the day, like the old console war stuff, and just who cares, man? And especially where like, yeah, I think MW2 2022 is clearly better than 2019, but do I think either of these are like iconic Call of Duty games? No. So it's like personal preference, whatever you preferred, I don't care. And that was always the thing about console wars back in the day, where like obviously everybody just said what their one they owned was, because no one wants to have the worst one, and that's just how everything goes. It's the same with like iPhone, Android. I've never cared about stuff like that at all. I mean, like Xbox, PlayStation, I'm sure there's like actual arguments which one's better. Like for me, 360 over PS3, I think, and then I definitely think PS4 over Xbox One, and now who cares, everyone plays computer. But it's just such a stupid argument that, like, I understand like teenagers and stuff, but seeing like adult grown men argue about that stuff on my timeline, like I just don't need that in my life. And yeah, back to this polyatomic grind and me being like too down on it right away and thinking it was a little harder than it was. I think that's who I am as a person. Like I tend to be a little bit more negative than I am positive. I didn't even know you could go in the spot that guy was. But yeah, I'm kind of like a half glass empty kind of guy, and not a half glass full kind of guy. And either one annoys me, whether people are overly positive or overly negative. Either one can annoy me, but I think overly positive people tend to annoy me a little bit more, and that's probably because I'm the opposite way. Like I lean negative, but I don't know, man. Overly positive people really, to use an old Family Guy term, grind my gears. And I think it's just because it's so not helpful to me. Like being a good positive person is a good thing, don't get me wrong, but like when something genuinely happens, like sometimes people just want to complain and be heard. Like if something really bad happens, I don't want to hear everything happens for a reason, or oh, just shake it off. Like One of it is like, yes, obviously, like I'm capable of turning a negative into a positive on my own. I don't need someone giving me a cliche to really change that for me. And it's just like, can you give me more credit as a human being, please? The only thing, man, the only thing of this grind I don't like is having to play tier 1. That's all I care about. Is I just cannot wait until tier 1 is over. Oh, how did I win that gunfight? I'm definitely gonna have to look up tips for this launcher though, because it's not an auto lock, I don't think, unless I'm just an idiot. And having to get these UAVs down, and I was recording earlier and I was like going after trophy systems and I was going after like suppression mines, things that technically aren't even equipment. I think those are field upgrades. So like it just wasn't working. Like I have to wait until people use claymores. Like claymore, nobody uses those anymore, man. Like, so it's basically like enemy equipment is like, I don't even know what that means. Is that just like what? It's not trophies. It's just claymores, I guess. Things that are in that certain category. They're not in the field upgrade category. It's so stupid, man. How is a trophy not equipment? People have actually played the hardpoint a lot more than they usually do, which I'm not mad about because it extends the game. But as you can see, I have 0 seconds, and usually I'm all about the hardpoint. But hold on, let me touch the hardpoint. Nope, I won't even get. All right, whatever. But that's gonna be it for the video today, guys. Glad I got those technical issues out of the way, and hopefully, I've already said this 3 times, I can get back to a more consistent streaming schedule. I've just been lazy, and then today was just out of my control, but I was gonna get a video up today regardless, even if it's going later. But Polyatomic, we're continuing the grind. I'm almost there, and then I can just worry about headshots and just play the game I want to play. No more tier 1 ever. But that's gonna do it, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.